newcomer of it all, Nikola Jokić, who just became the first player in NBA history to under 32 minutes. With Jokić playing at an MVP level, is proving they are still a championship-caliber team. Let's break down exactly why the NBA should be worried. The Denver Nuggets secured their 6th consecutive 3-19 record, good for 3rd place in the West. The Nuggets trail the 2nd-seeded Grizzlies by just 1.5 games, a significant improvement considering they were in the 8th spot in early December. 20 games into the season,
Kobe were hitting timely shot, a three-pointer that had no chance right out of his hands, committing double-digit turnovers in the previous matchup versus OKC has led to 2 Lakers.
Jamal Murray led the Nuggets in scoring with 30 points on 12 of 23 shooting. He knocked down 6 of his 9 three-pointers and played a major role in extending Denver's winning streak. One of the key catalysts in this strong run, Murray has averaged 6 games, an improvement from the 18.1 points, 4.4 rebounds, 6.1 assists.
Defeats against the bottom-feeding Thunder in just the last week. The production of Carmelo, AD, and also LeBron when he's been healthy has kept the Lakers at a decent 5-4, but here's every reason for why Russell Westbrook, quite frankly, some serious adjustments to his playing style in this Laker offense, and that's what we're talking about today.
This and 41.5% shooting he posted in October and November. More importantly, he has cut down on the high-volume, low-efficiency shooting nights that plagued his early season play, as well as his stint with the Canadian Olympic basketball team last summer. A reliable Murray is long-awaited good news for Denver. After all, his two-man game with Jokić remains one of the most potent combinations in the league when both are firing on all cylinders. And Nikola Jokić.
Welcome, this is a brutal disruption of the Lakers' offensive flow from Brody. As I mentioned in the intro, I've been rooting for this man to third option next to LeBron James and Anthony Davis. At least not in this small 9-game sample size. Russ could easily pick it up, but having said that, if Russ doesn't make these major adjustments,
Jokić could use all the help he can get. Speak that, while solid, led to criticism as Denver underperformed. But lately, MPJ has flipped the script. During the Nuggets win streak, he's taken his game to another percent on 7.6 three-point attempts per game. Talent was never a question for Porter. 10, he's a gifted scorer with elite shot-making ability, but his defensive awareness and decision-making can sometimes test. Another major factor in Denver's recent surge has been 23-year-old Christian Braun. Heading into the season, the biggest question surrounding the
adjustments that I'm going to talk about, he's going to continue to cost the Lakers W's. If you watched LA versus OKC last night, then you witnessed Rajon Rondo provide that much-needed pass-first mentality without LeBron James in the lineup. Unlike Rondo, Russ tends to over-dribble, awkwardly pass off.
Nuggets wasn't about who they had, it was about who they lost, how the defending champs would replace him. With multiple young players ready for bigger roles and some flexibility in free agency, the Nuggets had options. But instead of making an outside move, the front office decided to promote from within. He cracked Michael Malone's rotation and played meaningful minutes throughout Denver's championship run. His breakout moment came in Game 3 of the 2023 NBA Finals, where he became just the 4th rookie in the last 20 years to score at least 15 points in a finals game. Winning at the highest level is not
balance out of ISO scenarios, which kills the rhythm of the respective possession. Committing double-digit turnovers individually was an absolutely brutal outing for Russ in Oklahoma City recently. Russ needs to realize he's got one of the best scoring big men in our league next to him in Anthony Davis, and the most efficient Melo of his entire career. AD's been playing really well recently, and just ask Laker fans how well Melo's been playing.
Nothing new for Braun. He's captured championships and he's making his mark as one of the NBA's most effective transition players. His ability to run the floor alongside Jokić has turned him into an elite weapon in the open court, and the numbers back it up. As of late January, the Nuggets rank 6th in transition points per game and 1st in transition field goal percentage, with Braun playing a key role in their success. Among 82 players averaging at least 3 per possession and 1st in transition shot frequency by a wide margin. He scores 5.9 points per game in transition, over 40% of his total scoring output, ranking 11th in the NBA. His efficiency is
Russ attempted 20 shots in that 10 giveaway outing on a night where his all-NBA big in Anthony Davis had 30 points and was 12.
Even more impressive, as he converts 62.6% of his transition possessions, the fourth best mark among high-volume transition scorers. Now a starter in 5 of Denver's last 6 games, Brown has taken full advantage of his expanded role, averaging 17.8 points.
12 for 22 from the field. The fact that Westbrook only shot 2 less times than AD when the Lakers' second best player was going off is absolute. Shots from Beal and Washington.
7.7 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 1.7 steals per game. Numbers that actually surpass Caldwell Pope's contributions during the Nuggets' title run. It remains to be seen whether he can sustain, but the fact that he's capable of producing at this level and that he fits seamlessly around Denver's core is an incredibly encouraging in 2025 while shooting 60% from the field and a career-high 42% from deep on increased volume. The only reason he isn't the runaway MVP favorite right now is the unreal West. Jokic's early season brilliance was somewhat overshadowed by Denver's inconsistency
And took away shots from Harden in Houston. Now the man's doing the same thing to Anthony Davis. Then there's
play. But as the Nuggets continue their steady climb up the standings, the MVP conversation between him and Shea is bound to heat up. Let's break down the key moments from the Nuggets' 6-game winning series in Philadelphia on January 31st, where Nikola Jokić drilled a go-ahead MVP, scored 11 of the team's last 15 points to secure the victory. Jamal Murray led the charge with 31 points and 11 assists on 12 for 22 shooting, maintaining his aggressive offensive approach. Young guard Julian Strawther also made a key impact, scoring 18 points in just 19 minutes off the bench, while contributing when the Nuggets returned home on February 3rd, dropping a then-season-high 36.9 points on 16 of 23 shooting, while adding 12 rebounds and 4 assists in Denver's 144-119 rout. Jokić wasn't far behind, finishing with 38 points, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists in another dominant outing. Porter Jr. stayed hot on February 6th against Orlando, pouring in 30 points on 11 of 16 shooting in just 30 minutes. But once again, Jokić stole the show. The 3-time MVP recorded 28 points, 12 assists, 10 rebounds, and 2 led the way against the Suns on February 8th, scoring 30 points on 12 of 23 shooting. Jokić was right behind him, finishing just 1 assist shy of a triple-double with 26 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists in only 3 quarters. He was nearly perfect from the field, going 11 of 13, with one of his 2 misses coming on a full-court heave at the halftime. Also contributed 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists, helping Denver extend its winning streak to a league-best 6 games. Their next few games don't look super challenging on paper, but still present a step up.
And my message couldn't get out. I'm gonna say it again. I want to give a personal message to Westbrook if he does by chance come across this video and keep watching up to this point. Stop shooting the basketball from 3-5 times per game. At least limit that to 1 or 2 attempts per game. Personally, I think you should stop shooting because you can space it out with the ability to drive to the basket. Your man has to check you or you're going to dunk on them. But if you want to keep shooting, if you find the stroke, keep shooting, but don't in
competition compared to the opponents they faced during their 6-game winning streak. Up next, Denver has 2. It's not how you start, it's how you're going. And right now, the Nuggets are heading exactly where they want to be, with their sights set high. That's expected from a team built around a perennial MVP candidate playing his best basketball yet again. The Denver Nuggets are proving they're still a top contender, and the rest of the league should be on notice. With Jokić playing at an MVP level, MPJ stepping up as a scoring threat, and Christian Braun adding an extra dimension in transition, this team